Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I am Justin with This Is Scary, joined here tonight by Gage and Jenna, and it is time for the 2022 Haunted House of the Year Awards here on Is It Scary. So we had a hell of a season, guys. Went to quite a few haunts, some good, some, well, not so good. And of course, 2022's worst haunt is very obvious based on the reviews we gave this year. And Gage and Jenna, I know we got a couple categories here tonight: most fun, most spirit, most hyped, all that good stuff. So, Gage, I'm going to let you guys take it over and go ahead and start with the first category you want to discuss, and let's get into it.
Sure. So the first category we're going to discuss is most fun. Now, when you go to haunted houses, everyone talks about, is it scary? Is it terrifying? This and that. But, not a lot of people talk about, hey, was it fun? It's not the first thing on people's mind. So when it comes to the most fun category, I felt like, and not I felt that, but we felt that is something that should be introduced. Now, no, a lot of these will kind of mirror what we had last year when it comes to the different awards. So to let's have Jenna start off with the most fun because I know she took the most notes out of all of us.
Wait, Jenna,
Yeah.
did you write us a book?
No, I'm trying to get my note to stay put.
Did you use kitty notes?
I have kitty notes.
She has kitty notes.
Don't show spoilers, God.
Okay, my most fun haunt this year was the Haunted Voyage, Camp Tepawingo with the rabid raccoons. I thought that was the most fun thing.
Yeah.
I love they stuck with the theme the whole entire time, and it was very interactive and fun.
Yeah, they have a
I
really
loved
good
it.
show over there. I really like Camp Teplingo.
Is it my turn, Justin, or do you want to go?
No, go ahead.
So for the most fun, here's a problem. I'm torn by so much of this, because I had fun at a lot of them. But if I really had to throw what was the most fun, because I'm gonna gauge it based off what can happen, what you can do at this haunt, as opposed to the others. So what was the most fun haunt? I would honestly have to say that is Commando Paintball. They've had a lot of fun things you could do. They had bull riding, rock wall climbing. They had some archery thing and smash the zombies, bring along with the zombus and the haunt, and you could hang out in some cool DJ area and such like that. Hang out near a bonfire. That's fun. That's a fun atmosphere. When it comes to the most fun, Commando Paintball takes the cake.
Yeah, I'm actually going to echo what you said, and I'm actually going to say the most fun haunt this year was Commando Paintball, their Zombus experience. And that's the whole experience, by the way. That's the zombie shoot.
Mm-hmm.
That's the haunted trail. That's the midway hangout area. The gel blaster game. The bull riding. All that stuff. That to me felt like the most complete event that we went to all year. We had Jared and Sarah there, you and Jenna and me. We had the whole crew there. The only thing that was missing would have been my fiance from that whole thing. And let me tell you guys, she is so hyped to go next year. And spoiler, that's her most hyped haunt for 2023. So I got to give it most fun, Commando Paintball. Gage, I'm with you.
But, yep, definitely.
Hey, not to take anything away from the Haunted Voyage, because they had an awesome show this year. And I saw your guys' reaction, because, I was in the back that night. So I was just watching you two go through together. And you were both laughing and having fun. And it was really fun to sit there and kind of be like an onlooker for you two almost. Because actually a couple of the actors broke character and came up and talked to me to kind of tell me about what was going on there. But I kept watching them work you two, and I kept watching you guys reacting. I heard a lot of laughing, a lot of giggling, and a lot of just good vibes coming from the pair of you. And that's really important.
So next category would have to be the most spirit. Unless any of you guys want to have anything else you want to add to fun. Jenna, you good?
I'm good.
Gage, you good?
Justin, good. I'm fantastic.
Commando Paintball was awesome. I'm going again next year.
We're talking most spirit now. Now, most spirit would be the category where you determine whether, hey, I could really feel the spirit. I can feel the energy of this haunt. That is the number one thing to go. If you go to a haunt and there's actors who's just dead and they just don't care, like, rah, like that. That's not spirit. That's not fun. You got to have spirit when it comes to a haunt. So I believe for spirit, that is a very well-deserved category for the future, ones we're going to say. So, Jenna, feel free to take it away.
Hey, Jenna, is it cool if I go first on this one?
Sure.
Okay.
Totally fine.
Nobody expects me to give this. Terror on the Fox. Here's why. It's exactly what you described when you described the most spirit category. You have the actors, the most spirited actors in the business. The people that we saw working there, the actors we saw working there, worked their ass off under horrible conditions with some of the rudest people I've ever encountered at a haunted house. It was absolutely disgusting. And they deserve it. They absolutely deserve the accommodation of most spirit in 2022, because it would have been very easy for any one of those actors to break character and go, fuck you guys. Get off this train right now. And totally ruin the night for everybody. Most spirit 2022 from me. Nobody expects it. That's fine. Terror on the Fox.
Justin with the chair. RKO.
And you know what? They earned it.
Mm-hmm.
The haunt might have been shit. It might not have been scary. It might have been the same old shit. It might have felt like a recycle. But the actors earned it.
Honestly, I wanted to echo what you said, but I'm so glad that you brought this up. I want to touch on mine later. I'm still kind of processing my mind right now. Jenna, again, she has it all written down. She's ready for this, more prepared than both Justin and I.
Is it my turn?
Yep.
Okay. Realm of Darkness, you are my vote for the most spirited. And it shows, even last year when I got to see it with the lights on, I could just tell all of the hard work and all of the passion that you put into this, and I felt it again this year going through it, the whole experience. I absolutely loved it. Keep doing great things, and I also look forward to seeing what you have to do next year.
When you walk into Realm of Darkness, there is a feeling when you know that it's homemade, when you know that it's done by Ben and Dalton, and it's not just hire a bunch of guys to build our set pieces, wire a few things together, and we're good to go. They do it. Those guys are some of the most passionate workers in the business. And Jenna, I'm really glad to hear that, because again, you're the typical haunted house goer, right? And it's really cool to see somebody like you on your level noticing that and picking that out. Really, really impressive. Very awesome. And Realm of Darkness, well deserved.
And yes, we are going to butcher the whole statement that she is a typical haunt goer until she has more experience with us. So then we can't keep calling her that. So that's why we're kind of throwing that out there. Because at this point, she is. And she is starting to, the fact that she was able to pick out those things, definitely. Hey, Realm of Darkness, that was great.
And I want to confirm, this year, like you said, was your first time ever going through an active haunt at Realm of Darkness, right? Okay. I just want to make sure.
So my turn. Y'all good? You got your stuff in?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. I'm taking that as a yes. All right, let's go ahead. And my most spirited. Now, is that even a word? Is spirited a word, guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why there's a movie called Spirited Away.
My most spirited hunt that I felt like, hey, man, these actors have this energy. They keep me involved, regardless whether this hunt was like slow at some parts or high at some parts when it comes to scares. They were on par and they were there. If we're talking most spirit, my most spirit, hands down, has to go to Green Bay Fear. Now, did it feel like we had special treatment on some things? Justin should be nodding his head. But hey, that I think we went a second time, and we still had fun. We still felt the spirit of the actors. We had even a close encounter, and I feel like Jenna can echo this when we were hanging out in our car, getting our tickets ready online, and we had an actor who came into the car with us and just hung out, and it was hilarious. And it was great because she stayed in character throughout the whole time. That takes some spirit. And as well as Mr. Jingles, you got Mr. Nice Guy, you got the guys working that scarecrow. I want to know, I want to have a name for that gentleman or the actress. I want to have the name of the character that they were playing, because that deserves a name for how well they've done. When it comes down to Green Bay Fear, man, they have the most spirit. And if you can't go there and identify that, I don't know what. Justin, you may speak.
Green Bay Fear is my runner-up.
Is your runner-up?
Green Bay Fear is my runner-up, yeah. They're excellent every year. The effort is there.
Definitely.
Sometimes the event misses for me. Sometimes the house misses for me. We went a second time during the season, and the house was amazing. Like, really effing good. And then the trail wasn't so great. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't, oh my God, like it
last
was,
year?
Like, no, this year. Like it was the night we went. It was, subpar. But the house was, oh my God. And the fun house was, oh my God, amazing. So
I kind of want to flip what you want to say, but go ahead, continue.
But what I'm telling you is, I went twice. They didn't know I was coming. And I brought 3 people that hadn't been through in the last 2 or 3 years. And we all had a great experience. The actors were super awesome, super involved, very in character, very passionate about what they were doing. Like, easy runner-up for me.
Hey, I agree with you, 100%. I kind of want to flip around the whole trail thing, but this isn't a review on Green Bay Fear. What this is a rewards video that we want to admire the different awesome achievements that we felt these haunted houses deserve. So if we're moving on to the next category, go ahead.
Before we do the most scary, because that's like, to me, that's like the most important.
Oh yeah, that's right. That one's the next one. I was gonna jump the most hyped.
We have most hyped.
Yeah, I know. Most hyped is gonna be like as for when we jump into next season. But I think we should do most recommended haunt first. That would be a category. It's a new category this year, and that is the haunt that each of us most recommends that viewers go and visit in 2023, based on our experiences either this year or the year before, etc.
Jenna, ladies first.
So you should go first.
Yes, I just beat an old meme to death. Just dab. Ooh, go ahead, Jenna.
Oh boy, this one's hard because they're all so good.
It is hard to subject to just the one.
I can tell she hasn't been to Terror on the Fox. Oh!
I've never been to Terror on the Fox.
Yeah, I could tell.
So that will not be on my one because I have nothing to say. I've never been there. I gotta say, can I have 2?
Yeah.
Commando Paintball. Come on, it was great. That and also Spooks on Spur is still a really good one to go to. Just get there early or be prepared to hang out for a while.
Spooks on Spur feels like one of those haunts you just do not want to miss.
Right.
Like when you get off that wagon and that dude meets you there at the church, he is a riot.
Yep.
And he has a presence, right? We talked about this. He has a presence that just commands the group. The dude's a rock star. I don't know him personally. Again, I separate the art from the artist. The dude is an absolute rock star as a character. Shit. Love it.
You gotta go see him.
Yeah. You gotta go see the crew at Spooks on Spur. Very good.
And also Commando Paintball because of everything that Gage listed in his vote for most fun.
Gage.
Justin, what's your... Oh, me? this is literally right on the spot here because let's just note that this one came out of nowhere. Justin called an audible. He said, "Hey, let's get a most recommended," and I'm like, "Oh shit!
All right.
I didn't think of anything for that right now."
All right,
but
I'll buy you some time.
buy me some time.
Most recommended haunt for 2023 and 2024, Revenge. So we've been going there for 3-4 years now. These guys get better every year. I am yet to walk through Revenge and be disappointed. I am yet to walk through Revenge and go, who the fuck was that? And there is a part of me that is afraid that like with any of these haunts, that could happen to you and I, Gage. But Tony and the crew at Revenge are some of the most welcoming and entertaining guys in the business. They are some of the most fun people to not only work with, but to see them perform their craft. I loved it this year, and I 101% recommend everybody go to Revenge Haunt in 2023. And that is why I hang up their posters and hand out their business cards, because I feel like they deserve it. Nice poster.
Yeah, it's still there. So I feel like me pointing that out. Justin, do you have a second? Since it seems like we're adding seconds, because I'm going to add a second to mine.
I already added 2 to my list.
Yeah, so I feel like that does do it justice, because there's definitely multiple of them than just subjected to one. I can do mine. I got my 2.
You
if
know,
you want me.
Honestly, we're gonna go to all of them again. But man, I really recommend Revenge. And yeah, if I didn't say Commando Paintball, I would be lying. Because every person I've talked to since we went, I've said, you need to go to this. And not just for the paintball. That was okay. It was fun, but it was okay. It wasn't like, whoa, wow, blows my mind. Like there's 100 zombies in the bus. Like it wasn't like that. But it was
different.
It was a total haunt event. It wasn't just a walk through, now get the fuck out. It was a whole thing. It was a whole experience. And other than me busting my eye open after we left, it was the most enjoyable night I had at a haunted house all season. Maybe tying only with when you and I went to Scary USA with the GoPro Gage.
Mm-hmm.
It was most excellent. Jamie and the crew there are awesome.
I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands right now. I was gonna do something, but I forgot, so I just kind of left them in the air, and I'm just like, okay,
Ricky Bobby.
Wave them around like they just don't care, kind of thing. But hey, when it comes to most recommended haunted houses, I cannot go, hey, Macarena. I cannot just not. Now, that's 2 negatives to make it into positive. Hey, Revenge and Realm of Darkness, those 2, they are just the fact that they're like the lesser known, you know what I mean? They're lesser known compared to like the big heavy hitters that you expect for haunted houses. Those 2 are a big recommendation for me, and will never not be, at least hopefully so far. I every time we went there, I loved them. Great times, great experiences, and great fun to be had.
So
must you go to them? Yes.
So you know how like you and I, when we talk to people, Gage, we tell people you guys got to go to Revenge Haunt. It's some of the most fun you're gonna have all season. You know how that happens, dude. Mm-hmm. So that's how we heard about Realm of Darkness.
Exactly.
Because there was a couple dudes in line behind me at Revenge last year, and they said, hey, it's $10-15. Go to Realm of Darkness. You guys are going to really have a good time. It's a cool haunt. And we're just like, well, let's go. You know, it was a 2-minute drive, 20-minute drive, whatever it was. It was awesome. Loved it. But that's how we heard
Every
about
little
it.
bit of it.
We heard about it the same way that people hear about Revenge from you and I. So I thought that was pretty neat.
Most scary. Are we going to touch on that? Did we call an audible on something I forgot about?
No. Do you want to do most valuable actor before we do most scary? Because most scary still feels like the top award.
Sure.
Sure.
Well, the best haunted house of the year is the top award.
Look. What order we're doing this in? When are we doing most hyped? Is that before or after?
After.
Okay.
I would assume that's after everything, because then that's
I
what
was
we're
trying to
looking
I
keep
for.
think
everything
we all
in line
thought
with those two.
the bags were a nice idea. I'm just saying they could have been done better.
Is this a joke I'm not getting?
Yeah, it's a
The what?
It's a Django Unchained reference. It's my favorite movie ever.
Okay.
We know. You have the poster right there.
He has a poster signed by Jamie Foxx and
I
who
do.
else?
And
Of your favorite scene from the movie, because
and,
Lynn knows you so
and
well.
Leonardo DiCaprio, yeah.
Two heavy hitters. Two
Oh, yeah.
heavy hitters.
Oh yeah.
So
why don't we
what
talk
are we
about?
doing?
Let's do most valuable actor, most scary, and best haunted house of the year, followed by most hyped for next year. Let's do it.
So most valuable actor?
Let's do
Okay,
it.
okie doke. Jenna. Start
I-
swinging.
Two again.
You what? You have two again?
Two. I'm seriously.
All right,
this
date,
is
marry,
weird.
kill. Go.
I don't have three. I have two. The nurse from Green Bay Fear.
She's
Oh my
cool, isn't
gosh.
she? Isn't she just
Oh
a
my
sweetie?
gosh. Seriously, she had no idea who we were too, so it wasn't like special treatment or anything. That was just her character, and it was awesome.
Yeah, I might caution against getting in the car with strangers just a little bit, unless she was
What
like,
cool?
I have a really good vibe about these two. I don't think they'll kidnap me.
We had Savan with us too.
Yeah.
That was really fun.
Yeah.
So I gotta give it to her.
All right.
Then my second one is Jax from Revenge.
Yeah.
Every time he just nails it.
I have this really cool idea for their 7th season or 8th season at Revenge or whatever it's
It'll
going
be
to be.
7th.
I have
next
this
year.
really cool idea. I want them to have it be like Jax's Asylum. And I want them to take Jax out of the mines and have it be like Jax's Asylum. And have him like lock you in the asylum and just have it be a fucking... Yeah. Because I feel like Jax, if anybody there could pull it off, it would be him.
Yep.
Yup.
Oh, that was
Justin.
good.
What?
Justin, your turn. Your turn.
So actors are really important, right? We talk about this all the time. The actors at these haunted houses make the show. Props very rarely scare me, though they do sometimes. And depending on the application of lights and colors, they can be very effective. However, the most scary thing at most haunts for me would be actors when they're really good at what they do. So here's an actor that got me before the season ever started. We went to Revenge for that pre-release night. And of course I walked through alone, so I didn't really know what was coming. And in one of the first rooms, this dude rushes me with one of those taser ones. You know, those, you know what I'm talking about? And sticks it this close to my face to where I thought he was going to hit me in the nose. He stopped that close. He snarled in my face, laughed in my face, took off back into the room and disappeared. Don't know who it is. He works at Revenge, so they'll know who they are. It was one of the only times I was legitimately jump scared all season. You guys know we had a couple at Burial Chamber and we had a few at other haunts. that was one of the only times that I legitimately went like this because I thought this dude was going to collide with me. Like, he sold it to me so well. They don't touch, they don't hit, they don't grab, they don't do any of that stuff. He sold his character and he sold his action so well to me that I believed it. I knew it was a fake taser. I knew it was a safe environment. But he sold it so well I believed it. Most valuable actor number 1. Most valuable actor number 2 is the girl outside of the house of Spooks on Spur. That is a absolutely trying job to introduce adults who act like children to your haunted house. I know she's under an immense amount of pressure, and I also know that she loves what she does. She deserves it. She deserved it last year. She'll deserve it next year and any other year that she's doing it. It is an incredibly trying job and an incredibly stressful one at that. The girl outside of the house at Spooks on Spur and the guy who stuck a taser in my face and made me think you were actually going to like hit me in the face with it. You both are my most valuable actors. Congratulations. You are rock stars.
If we're talking most valuable actors for me this year, there's only one that really comes to my mind. And this is the gal who was working the train on Terror on the Fox, who was dealing with them. I swear to God, she saw our video and commented on it. I'm gonna get her name right now as I ad lib until I find that comment on that specific video.
So I'll buy you some time because
buy me some time for 1 second.
I was actually going to say honorable mention, the crew on the train at Terror on the Fox, because holy shit, did they save a disaster of a night? But they when we see what they had to work with, oh my goodness, they killed it.
They definitely did.
Do not use full name, just the first name is fine.
Oh, I'm not. I'm gonna use her character name. That's what I'm gonna do.
That's fine.
Her character name. I'm pretty sure this is the comment. I think so. Oh, actually, she didn't have a character on there. Yeah, I'm not gonna use her name, but she knows who she is. You have worked that train like a fiddle. You played it like a fiddle. You've corralled these kids who are thinking they're all hot children.
Children, basically.
We're thinking they're all hot shots. You know, oh, look at me. I can talk shit to an actor and impress my girlfriend. You were somehow managed to corral these children
without breaking character.
Without breaking character, as well as keeping the others entertained. It was hard. I've seen it. You know, he kind of struggled there. But that's fine, because I would have done worse if I was an actor. I guarantee it. I would have blown my top off or broke my character. Like, you need to get the fuck off, is what I would have said. So for my MVA of the year, it would have to go to the gal running that train. She did a phenomenal job, and she deserves it. I know a lot of people are thinking, I'm surprised they're saying Terror on the Fox a whole lot during this video. But it is true, because their actors were the stars of that night, and that actor shined the brightest. I loved her. I loved what she did. Yeah. Couldn't have done any better.
All right, guys, let's talk about it. One of the most prestigious awards that we give out and discuss here on Is It Scary Wisconsin, as the channel is aptly named for. Let's talk about the scariest haunt of the season. Jenna, read us from the ancient text of Cat.
The Papyrus Kitty.
Yeah.
The one that waves too. Hello. Okay.
Hello.
Commando Paintball. Their haunted house literally had me screaming so many times.
I know. I could hear it.
Seriously. I don't think I had that with any other house this year. Or last year even. It was just so Scary. Gotta hand it to them.
He's like, that's it.
There's really nothing else to say.
There isn't.
I echo what you say, Jenna. Commando Paintball is the scariest haunt this season. It's not really opinion. I don't mean to ruin it for the viewers, but it was the scariest haunt we actually went to this year.
If I'm talking scariest haunt, Justin, do you want to add anything else, or you agree with that?
No.
You agree? All right.
Not really a discussion. It was the scariest.
If I had to say the scariest haunt, at least for me this year, I would have to say.
Now we're gonna move on to the most.
I would have to say Spooks on Spur. I've already stated it back in my previous video. When you don't have that self-defense mechanism that they can't touch you. When you don't have that, that is terrifying.
It is.
Oh my God, why do they go for my legs so much, man? That freaks me out.
So I'll tell you why they go for your legs. There's a psychological component to that because that's a non-SWAT zone. You can't just swat them away. You have to bend over to swat them away. So your initial reaction, same with up top here and above you and below you. Those are no SWAT zones. So you are more afraid of things coming from those directions. That's why you react the way you do. There's a psychological component to why they do it that way, which works so well.
Hey, they've done it very well. If I had to say the scariest, would be them. I want to say an honorable mention in this case here too. Man, Scare USA. If you haven't seen our Scare USA special of Justin and I walking through the haunt, if you haven't, watch it because you will see Justin and I reacting to pretty terrifying encounters because I felt the way they get in your face, the way they charge you, the way I've said this so many times because of Justin. He has made the greatest perfect connection. They're raptors. They're biting at you. They're getting your arm. They're getting your face. They're everywhere, man. They do great. Yeah. And when it comes to scariest, they have to be my honorable mention. I really want to throw it out there, but Spooks on Spur really scared me the most. So definitely, there are my honorable mention.
So if it would be okay with you guys, I would actually like to add one additional category. I would like to add best moment of 2022, if that's okay. So what that would be is for the whole haunt season, what was like your best either holy shit or I am having so much fun or I don't ever want tonight to end, that kind of thing, right?
I know mine.
I'm going to let you two think about it. Jenna, you got yours. Gage, I'm going to give you some time to think.
I already got mine. Don't worry.
Because I actually want to say thank you to Scare USA. You're the first haunted house to ever let us bring a camera into your haunt and really trust us. Now, we did get some pretty similar treatment from Realm of Darkness with kind of a personalized walkthrough. But Scare USA is the first haunt to ever actually let us bring a camera in. And during a very busy night, turn on our GoPro, record multiple sessions, and then you trusted us to take that footage and basically do whatever the fuck we wanted with it. You know, John was very, I want to give you some freedom. You know, obviously don't show the entire haunt. That would be a very shitty thing to do. But, you know, he was very easy to work with. The whole crew there was so kind, so welcoming. I get it. I'm a haunted house reviewer. Okay? Let's be real about it. I probably will get special treatment from some of these places. But it was probably the coolest moment of my haunt reviewing and haunt going career to date. When I got to walk in there with a GoPro, fist bump the actors, talk to some of the actors, get to know them on a personal level, sit down with John for a one-on-one interview. I'll tell you guys what, it was some of the most fun I've had in years, and it was some of the most fun I've ever had at a haunted attraction this year at Scare USA. And I want to say thank you to John, to Pogo the Clown, and to the entire crew that had us. That was an exceptional night. Jenna.
Hi. I went through Revenge alone this year.
That's right.
That's gotta be my best moment.
Let it be known at the start of the year, we told her she should go through the one. She's like, I can't do it. I can't do it.
It's the best way to experience revenge.
It is the best way.
I did it. And I made it. I made it out.
Awesome.
It was great. That was just a good moment for me.
And was that the first time you went through this
From
year?
where I started last year
Yeah.
to the...
You were bad.
I know.
You were so mad after we took you through that.
Seriously, yeah.
I could tell.
And we're like, well, you're going to go through another haunt after this.
Was that the first time you went through Revenge this year? Was alone? You didn't go through with anybody else first or before or earlier?
No, we did. We did it as... I think it was just me and Gage, or it was you, me, and Gage. That first weekend.
It was us three.
Yeah, that's right. You did. Because you two
And
went...
then when we went with Gage's sister, I went alone.
Awesome.
We all went alone.
Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Gage, best moment.
Best moment. I'm gonna ruin the scare because it needs to be said, and how many times it's gotten me is crazy, even though I know it's coming. When it comes to my best moment for a haunted house, would have to be the one on Commando Paintball and how well they set up this scare. When I'm walking up, and they got this cute ass picket fence thing that you would see at some old Susan's house when you're a hedge or whatever. I don't know how the fuck they did this, but they made the fence.
They cut sections of it away.
They cut a section of it away, and they put, like, I would say a bandage looking thing. I don't know. It's elastic stuff, and then they made it look perfect. They make it look identical to all the rest, and they make you walk to the side and then go into the house. And on this side is where this little hole is. I had this actor jump out at us. Justin was behind me. He can visually confirm that I freaked out when that happened because I was not ready.
Because he let the other people go and ignored them and waited for you.
That scared the absolute shit out of me. And not only did that happen once, it happened twice. I drank one beer and I drank two beers.
And then I woke up in a ditch somewhere.
I went with my little cousin. I went with my cousin RJ. We went through there because I said, hey, man, you got to check out Commando Paintball. If we're going to get a haunted house in this year, this is going to be it. And we went there. I knew it was coming. I made him go first because I'm like, I wonder if they're going to get him. The guy didn't. He must have known I was there. And I'm like, son of a bitch. I got to walk by it again. So I did. And it still scared me. I don't know why this one freaks me out so much because it's a mental mind. Yeah, we could say fuck. It's a mental mind fuck. And I thought it was part of the fence. I keep ushing about it because it scared the shit out of me.
There goes our PG-13 rating.
There's a reason why when we're uploading these videos, we don't do, no, this is not for kids. That's why we do that.
It's so hard to scare Gage. So to have the same scare get him twice, that is really good.
Yeah, you're the hardest person in the group to scare.
It's one because I expect scares.
And
that's the thing.
And here's the thing. I notice the little stuff, but I'm the easiest to scare. Especially if it's in a dark room. I'm shot, man. Forget it.
That would have to be my most memorable experience, would have to be that one scare. Hats off to him, man. He did great. So our next category.
So we did most recommended. We did scariest. We did best moment. We did most valuable actor. Let's do it. Best house of the year, 2022.
Best house of the year, 2022. Jenna, I already see you looking at your notes.
I have a kitty.
Kitty notes. You want to go ahead and kick this off? Ooh,
Commando. They had everything.
I bet you that trail has $1 million in props.
Right? You got the paintball. You got the what was he? What was he with the chainsaw? You got him running around everywhere.
The
Plus
werewolf?
being in the
Wolfman.
trail. Yeah, him. They had the bubble machine. They had the rock climbing wall. The DJ that was just rocking it the whole
They
night.
had the spider
They had the
animatronics.
scariest haunted house I've ever been to. They had the bull. Other games just to keep you occupied while you're waiting in line or before you get in the long line. Seriously, that was just great.
And the trail wasn't 5 minutes. It was like 20 minutes.
Yeah. That's what I got.
I like how
Short,
she
sweet,
ends
to
it
the
like that.
point. I just want to like throw this in the air because like that's just it.
It was awesome.
Really
Are we doing? Did we do most scary?
Yes.
God, I'm getting
You
old.
just told us
What can I
yours.
say?
Oh wait, or was that something else?
No, I told the most scariest moment. What did we? We did most scary, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think yours was Spooks on Spur.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, all right. Sorry about that. I'm blonde. I could say it. I'm having a blonde moment there. All
You're
right.
not
Yes.
blonde. You're like half ginger.
Best haunt, Gage.
Best haunt. Well, let me just say, going into this haunt, I did not expect this to be a good haunt. I went into this haunt and I said, this is going to be shit. I've been through this one before. I know what to expect. I don't expect much. I'm expecting this to be a absolute snorefest. And I was wrong. I was wrong. The haunt that I want to elect to be the best haunted house in the year, it's got to be Commando Paintball. I felt like we've said that name like 5 or 6 times today, but with good reason, because holy fuck, did they nail it? It was fun. It was great. We had plenty of stuff to do as well as fun interactions. I don't want to reiterate it because I've already went over it in the most fun category. When it comes to the best haunted house of the year, it has to go to Commando Paintball, man. Everything, they have just about everything. They hit on all cylinders. That's mine.
Commando Paintball.
All right, credibility's down the drain. We just let the three the same. Now,
Here's the thing. It's not an opinion.
it's a
And
fucking fact.
And it's not it's not even really a discussion. It was the scariest and the best and the most well put together haunt this season.
It was definitely well put together.
There's a reason I gave it as high scores as I did, because I walked away from that haunt going, I cannot wait to go back next season. That says something, because I walked out of both Burial Chamber and Terror on the Fox, and I said, I do not want to fucking go to either of these next year.
We hope they prove us wrong, by the way. Just saying.
Seriously. Commando Paintball killed it.
Should we touch on most hyped?
100%. Most hyped, I only have one answer, and that is the Berlin Tannery, because we had to miss it this year. Only one of their haunts was open the first weekend of the season when we had planned to go, so we pulled an audible, and we went to 2 different haunts instead, Scare USA and Camp Tapawingo. I'm glad we got to go to those. However, we missed Berlin Tannery this year, and I was incredibly disappointed because it was my most hyped for this year, last year. Again, I say Berlin Tannery.
Jenna.
Hi. I forgot about Berlin Tannery. That is correct. That one we were gonna go to the very first weekend. I look forward to that one as well. I also look forward to Revenge because I know they are gonna amp it up next year like they do every year. And I am looking forward to what they have to put on next year, and maybe I'll go in alone the first week. We'll see. But I am looking forward to theirs.
I have a problem with this category. My problem with the most hyped category is that I want to say why I'm most hyped, but I cannot. Because here's what's awesome about some people that we do know is that some of these haunted houses, they trusted us with information. They trust us with information that they told us not to announce or anything like that. They want to keep it confidential because they have some upcoming surprises coming up. These I'm not going to say any names, but obviously for any reasons, for all reasons actually. I want to say them because they're my most hyped, and you guys know who you are. These guys, I am the most hyped for, and man, I am really looking forward to the future years that can come with these changes that are going to be made. So enough about it, because I feel like I might slip something. If I'm going to actually have to say something that's most hyped that I can actually say, it will have to be Berlin Tannery as well. I wanted to go to that. We really did, but we found out in week 1 that, hey, they only had one house open. We didn't want to drive an hour and so minutes to go to just one house when we could have hit all 3, but unfortunately just didn't fit in our schedule. They are my most hyped. I look forward to going them next year. I want to go to a new haunt. So looking forward to it. That's my most hyped is Berlin Tannery and the confidential stuff that I am really looking forward to.
Well, that's it. 2022's best, scariest, funnest, funner, scarier, whatever, haunts. You guys give us your thoughts in the comments. Let us know what your favorite, the best, the scariest, the most fun, etc. haunted houses were, what you're most hyped for, and make sure you check out the merch in the links below, because you know if it's Is It Scary, there's gotta be a merch plug at some point during the video.
Gage, where's your shirt?
Yeah, Gage. We want your thoughts in the comments about Wisconsin's haunted houses. Which ones did you go to and which ones did you enjoy the most? And we will see each and every one of you right here next time. But Gage, I think there's a question the viewers want to know.
The viewers will get that question. I just want to say a special thank you so much to our viewers for watching our videos throughout the years, because we have multiple of them. We have multiple viewers. We have multiple groups of people at haunted houses that share our videos. When you share our videos, God damn it, does it make us happy. It really does. To ask Justin, I write to him, I'm like, dude, so-and-so haunted house shared our video. I freak the fuck out about it. When it comes to our viewers and our haunted houses, they hold a special place in my heart. And thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching our videos and sticking with us throughout the years. And we hope to gain so much more, because we're almost breaking 200. And holy shit, are we going up there? If there's a question that I have to ask everyone, it is it scary, Wisconsin?
You tell us.
Have a good night.
I was waiting for it.